Morning Brick. I'm your host, Mark. We've got Daniel and
Hello.
Corey.
What's up?
Now, Joe wasn't able to join us, but Corey has been on the show before and is very knowledgeable about all things Lego and
Joe
Star Wars.
wasn't
it's good
able
to mix
show
it up.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, hey.
Oh, wow.
What a loser.
I guess
what
the
a
cable,
bum.
I guess the cable guy
No,
showed
we
up
took your
early.
chair, Joe. Sorry. Go get Daniel's. The door's locked. They didn't let him in.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry.
It's pretty comfortable.
Exactly, it is. It's not a bad chair. It's good. Anyway, yeah,
You gonna season it for him?
No.
The Morning Brick, for those who don't know, is our Lego news live stream. Every week we recap all the news that's happened the past couple of days. Usually right after the last one, there's a bunch of news dropped, and that's not, of course, the case today. So we've got lots of stuff to talk about, Star Wars and Jago. But first, let's talk about some of the people, some of our members who are here chatting with us.
We're the morning news show with the lowest number of coffee drinkers per capita.
Exactly, yeah.
Whoa.
I'm surprised you don't have a cup of coffee here.
I got it right around the corner.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Go figure, yeah.
That's good. Grumpy J is here. Ben Cassie.
I think Chris is one of the only ones who ever brings coffee into the morning break.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get it now. Just does it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Joe drinks coffee. He just doesn't usually drink it while we're doing the... Yeah, bring it over,
Oh,
Corey.
there we go.
Ben Cassie had a really funny comment.
It's not a morning show without coffee.
All this news to talk about, but I want to talk about is the Sick Blimp. What is that? Okay, so
Sick Blimp?
the
What?
thumbnail, I don't know if you
Oh.
guys can see it, but it's this giant red blimp, and it is a little bit weird looking. But basically, that is a prop from Lego Masters during the season 4 in the United States, the RC challenge when they're smashing cars together, building them. The 2K Drive collab.
Yeah, with the shark car.
In the big landscape, in the background, in one shot, there's a big red Lego blimp, and we've got it here at the store. So I just grabbed it as the prop for today. So that was the story for that.
It was in the previews for that episode as well.
Yes.
For a while.
It wasn't like as well featured as we would have liked,
Yeah.
but it still was there
But
technically.
it was flying over, Lego Town that they were doing their racetrack around.
Exactly. But Dust Off the Bricks is here. Brick Bomb VA, Flounder Collects. Flip Lego also says pre-order for the new Star Wars sets are out.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yep.
We'll get to the Star Wars sets probably very soon in just a second. Morgan is here. Jerry Houston. Grumpy J's back again. Scott Schiller.
Because his
BJ.
first comment was probably from last night.
Probably. Sam Williamson. Travertine. Yeah. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much for bringing Nexus. Duderbricks. Alternative candidate.
Force shirt today, Mark?
I do have an extra Force shirt. Yeah, it's
alright,
just
nice.
one of. They all had different symbols, and this was the
Oh.
guy from. It was a Takeshi. He was my favorite character. So,
I don't have any
old man
shirt
likes
on
Lego. Yeah, Joey. Wait, Joey. Blame Joey. Anyway, we got a bunch of members.
I don't think we can say too much yet, but the Orlando store is looking really good.
It's getting close, guys. We can feel
It's
it.
looking really good. They're getting some signs and stuff put up on the wall. We're getting movie props. We're getting water tables. It's going to be an experience. down
We're
there.
seeing images we're not allowed to share yet, but
Yeah.
hopefully soon we'll have more news for you guys.
Yeah.
That's the a little teaser for you all. But yeah, so one thing we do before we dive into the news is talk about our Lego lives this week. I've been going nuts on Tron. Been building minifigures, building as much landscape as I can for it. I'm kind of hampered by the fact that my Rock Raiders is still together, but it won't be for long because it's going to be taken apart after Atlanta Brick. We've talked about all this. Daniel, what you got going on this week?
I mean, it's full New Hashima crunch mode time. Within the last about 2 months, I've pretty much finished my cube, 2 vehicles, and a whole additional cup full of minifigs. So I'll be in pretty good shape for populating the city.
Very
as well
cool.
as a small army of artificial palm trees.
Do we have any idea of how big New Hashima will be at Atlanta BrickCon this year?
So, area-wise, in Chicago, it was a triangular section, which was Sector 2 Inner City, with 3 branching square sections that come off of it. Sort of makes almost like an asterisk kind of shape. Atlanta BrickCon, it will be the triangular section, Inner City, and 2 of those
Okay.
offshoots.
Wow.
So,
It's big.
I don't think it'll be as tall because there aren't as many contributors, but footprint-wise, it will be about 3/4 the size of it as it was in Chicago.
That's
So
pretty
the-
impressive.
The
It's
biggest
still a
setup
lot.
since Chicago.
Yeah. So the second biggest it's ever been, which is pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
It'll still be the biggest in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Safe to say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by far.
Well, Stefan has displayed in Atlanta before, but it was just him. I think there
Yeah.
wasn't anything additional added to it. So.
That was already almost the biggest.
Yeah.
And then, these other people.
Stefan is still cranking out some really amazing buildings. He just posted some pictures of one last night that he finished, and he's getting better and better. It's insane.
What a guy. What a
Yeah.
legend. We actually did a between subs with him not too long ago, a few months ago.
Yep.
You can go watch that and hear his whole behind the scenes of why he did it. So
Yeah.
Corey, what was your Lego life this week? Anything Lego happening?
It was pretty brutal. I had a knife and a lot of Lego base plates, and I've been cutting
What?
base plates
Oh!
for my tables.
A knife? Not
That's
like
bad news, Corey.
It's like a box cutter. Just been sitting there cutting the base plates.
Well, you need a paper cutter. That's what we
You need a
use.
big shears.
Tape? Oh, I need
That would do it.
Shears would do it.
Yeah.
The
Big metal
square
shears.
things.
I was just trying not to cut myself too.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, don't use a utility knife for that. You
Yeah.
hurt yourself.
Well, I'm done now. So
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I started building a big bridge. Realized even though I thought I had a lot of Lego, I don't even have half
Mhm.
of what I need to build. So
We'll get there.
That's good. Yeah. So,
we'll get some-
so a lot of fun Lego life news this week, but I had a fun comment from Pink Wheel that said, "Pooping in to say hi to my New Hashima friends."
You think that was a typo? Or
Yeah, popping, not pooping. So,
Hey, Meredith.
we love our toilet
Sports
humor.
balls!
Yeah, we love our toilet humor. Jelly Joe is here as well, and Brick Mame found Pink Wheel's comment hilarious, so that's good. Yeah, very good. All right, so what's the first news we want to talk about? Actual Lego news this morning.
Yeah, let's pull up the list here.
Let's see.
Where we want to start.
I'm glad Daniel's here. He's got the ever so important list that we can go from. Want to start with?
Writes anything down.
Want to do Star Wars or Ninjago? I think those
Let's
are the two big
start
ones.
with. Let's start with a smaller one.
Okay.
Let's start with Creator.
Creator. Let's go to
Let's do
Creator.
some of those. Got a couple new 3-in-1 sets coming out. Sort of a theme between the two. One of them is just called Forest Animals. This is a 3-in-1. So the main model, or the A model, is a red fox, and then our B and C models are a squirrel and a small owl, I guess.
Looks
sort
like
of
an owl, yeah, with a
wood
tree.
owl. I really like this. I like the kind of snowy, almost Pacific Northwest piney kind of scenery they've got going on. It works really well with these little critters they got. So March 1st is going to be for this one. And then the second 3-in-1 that we got is going to be Sea Animals. So this one came out a little later. Not as good, really, in my opinion, just because it's more smaller, discrete stuff as opposed to these kind of bigger, cohesive models that we've been getting out of Creator 3-in-1 lately. So also March 1st for this one. I don't know that I'll be getting either, but I really like the way the Forest Animals looks.
Is that one priced a lot lower than the forest animal, the sea creatures?
I imagine so.
I didn't get prices for either of these, but
They're
yeah,
both
I
on
would have to think so.
Lego.com now, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean,
So
421 pieces in the sea creatures, and what's in the
607.
600? Yeah,
Mm.
so.
So Forest Creatures is awesome. Bunch of dark orange and
Love the
lots
dark
of great little
orange and
slopes.
nougat, yeah.
Yeah, the pine tree technique is fun. You can make that in different sizes and shapes. So
Mhm.
yeah, I like that set a lot. I think Creator 3-in-1 has been like one of the best lines this year. You know, like with
Yes,
some of the
yeah.
early releases that happened earlier, and now this for just coming up soon. It's like Creator 3-in-1 used to be kind of like the bargain. Okay, it's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to have something on your shelf or filler or whatever. Now it's like these are things that people are actively probably going to be going
Yeah.
after versus just kind of, oh, it's there. So
Yeah, for a long time it was just like dinosaurs. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
a
Anyway, they're
shark,
getting
yeah, an octopus. The octopus is getting better, but this is like next level
Yeah.
design work. So
Safe
kudos.
to say, much to the surprise of no one, a lot of people have already been modding their giraffes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah, you want to
mostly
make a
on
gel
the,
raft
on the back
Yeah.
half. No, with like just one piece, just
Okay.
like one part, like a
Oh yeah.
small pink part.
That too, yeah. You gotta get those little enough flowers in the scene. So
Yeah.
it's good.
You have the love gift box.
I do.
Maybe
Is
use
this
that
it?
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is
So,
bad news.
Limited edition. I don't know if this one's going to be a gift with purchase or what. It has that look about it.
That looks like a gift with purchase
Yeah.
if I've seen one.
I
Yeah.
think they've been using that limited edition kind of banner more typically on gift with purchases and things like that. It
Now-
could just be a holiday set though.
When I first saw this, I thought it was a corgi, but I've now learned that it is a Shiba. It's a dog.
Shiba
Oh, I
Inu.
thought it was like a hamster.
I know. Apparently, it's the
Shiba Inu.
Japanese type of dog. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
or is it
Well,
Japanese or Korean or something like that?
It's a Doge. It's a Doge.
mhm.
It's a Doge. Yeah, exactly. It's that dog. Yeah. That's
Sheep.
right. It's the meme dog. Yeah. So, but that's what that is. None of us are super excited about this, but
Nothing super crazy.
Yeah.
But we gotta knock
It's
the boring
news-
ones out of the way early.
it's news we have to report. We have
We
to
saved
talk
the-
about
we
it.
Save the good ones for later.
Exactly.
You want to do some cars?
Yeah,
some
we could talk
Speed
about cars. Let me
Champions
go back to
or,
Bran. I was checking, make sure there's no spicy comments to talk about. Let's see.
Oh yeah, sure.
Move that up there. All right, so let's talk about the small car first.
Sure.
This is
This is McLaren number 1 of 3 we have to talk about today. So McLaren F1 Polybag.
it doesn't look
This
bad.
this is, as you'll see in a minute, a smaller version of the mid-sized one that we're getting. I like this color scheme, orange and black, and I guess dark ash.
Yeah.
And
it
what
looks
are
like
they? Are they using the new Moon Knight piece there for that kind of curved
Or
front thing.
Ninjago dual blade thing for that kind of rounded piece at the front.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's interesting.
crescent blade.
Nice
orange.
NPU there.
That is very clever.
Mhm.
So then we can see the mid-sized version, which is going to be the Speed Champions size. This has got a new tire for sure. We've got a smooth tire, but again, also looks to be printed.
Yeah.
I think this is the second either rumor or leak that we've seen that has had printed tires. So I guess that's a thing we're doing.
Is
now.
that rubber? Because I know they've done like plastic wheels.
It could be plastic. I
Good
don't know.
point. I think they have the technology to print on rubber. It just might not be as durable as plastic. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I wouldn't think that, then the wheels wouldn't really have grip on a smooth surface. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Could also be the kind of thing where we would see dual molding or something going on. It
Yep.
could be sort of plastic on the rim, and then just the surface that would contact the ground could be rubber. Who knows?
Or it's a
So,
dish that fits over the outside edge,
Could be that too.
Mhm.
We saw some of that, I think, with Speed Champions.
This picture is kind of blurry, so we really can't confirm it, even
Yeah.
zooming in on this, but we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
Either way, it's cool to see.
But this, in conjunction with the polybag downsized version, I think work really well together.
Oh, yeah. It's like a mini version and the normal version.
Yep. So $27 for that one. Standard Speed Champions price now. 245 pieces.
Then we have the big, this isn't, no, it is McLaren. I thought it was a Ferrari at first, but no, it's McLaren. So, Shell logo returning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. It's been a while.
15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Some Greenpeace folks.
Decades.
Dump oil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They're going to make
crazy.
another animated video of oil seeping into a Lego
That's
scene.
right. That's what.
Yeah.
It was. Very dramatic.
I remember that video. It got shut down really quick by Warner Brothers
I'm
because
sure.
they that's our song.
Right.
So that was funny stuff back in the day.
Anyway, appears to be the same situation going on with the tires here. Not printed, but it is sort of a new kind of smooth tire thing going on, which is great for these F1 cars.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the big thing is we've got the Senna minifigure, which is a very big deal for a lot of people, as he has since passed away. So it's nice that they're doing kind of a tribute here, not just including the minifig, because he's probably not really properly scaled for the car, but also including a nice plaque with him. We can't really tell what the text says.
Yeah, it's right there, barely visible, but yeah. So.
I imagine it's probably like a quote by him, and then it
Mhm.
might have like the years that he was either alive or driving,
Yeah.
or something like that.
I
So,
see his signature on there too, so it's
Yeah.
like it's not actually signed by him, but it has his signature.
That's
That's what
yeah,
it looks like.
it's going to be well done. I think any fans of the sport or him in particular are going to be really happy with this.
Yeah, I know the Speed Champions fans are there. We just
For sure.
we only hear about them every now and then.
I
But
believe that one is branded as Icons because it is an $80 set, so it's not branded as
Only 80.
Speed Champions. Yeah, so
I could see people buying that just for the mini figure of him.
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. So hopefully that'll be pretty accessible.
Pretty cool. Yep. Well,
So
we've
there
got
you go. There's your 3 McLarens.
all the McLarens, all the
Yeah.
Speed Champions, race car fans. Enjoy.
Then we got some other Speed Champions to talk about as well.
That's-
We've got coming on June 1st. We've got the Aston Martin safety car and AMR 23. That's going to be for $50 at 564 pieces. I think we might have actually, I forgot to put a star for this one, but I think we did have a picture for it. It was sort of a yellow and blue or turquoise
Mhm.
kind of color scheme.
I don't have a picture for it here, and we don't have time to go search
Yeah,
for
no
it. But
worries. It was a very striking color scheme with it being the safety car. Kind of an unusual choice
yeah.
for a Speed Champion set, but good to get something unconventional, I guess.
Mhm.
And then the other one we're getting is the Lamborghini V12 Vision GT, $27 again, the standard price for a single, 230 pieces for that one.
Yeah, that Lamborghinis are always cool to see in Speed Champions.
sure.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. We also had some Harry Potter news. You want to talk about that next?
Sure. Well, how are
Daniel?
the comments doing?
How are the comments? Let's see how the comments are doing. Senna says Pink Wheel. So I think Meredith knows who Senna is. So that's cool.
Yeah, safe to say.
And
Brick Monvier says you got to get the font set, just like the ones in your neighborhood.
That's true, and there are a lot of foxes in my
Hold
parents'
on, hold on.
neighborhood.
where's the Fox comment? I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I was
Oh,
probably
I-
way back there.
Oh yeah. Anyway, Ben Cossey also said, "Ooh, interesting to see Shell return." Yeah, we were talking about that. That's fun.
Yeah.
So a little classic Lego fans will remember that for sure. So
Yeah, this is the right way to do it because it's accurate to the car, not just having a partnership with
Like a
Shell
random
or
train wagon having the Shell logo
Yeah.
all over it.
yeah, yeah.
Shell and Exxon both, I think, had partnerships with Lego at one point or another.
Todd is showing up from Facebook. Thanks for joining us, Todd. And then Jerry says, "Show the Ninjago sets." They want
We're
to get to
getting there,
the.
Jerry.
We
We're
got to
getting-
get through
don't
the
worry.
boring stuff first. We'll be there in a
Don't
second, Jerry.
worry.
Yep. Yeah, and then Grumpy J says, I like the Speed Champs version. Yeah, I think that's the size that most
mid-size,
car
yeah.
fans are enjoying these days. That's a very affordable yet really detailed
Well,
scale.
it's nice
so.
that the parts catalog, which, to be fair, has always favored Speed Champions in a lot of ways, is now able to support these sleeker, like F1 style cars as opposed to just your pretty standard racing cars. So
Yeah.
I like that we get these thinner, more sloped, more shapely with the cutouts for the wheel wells. and
Very
suspensions and
detailed,
stuff,
yeah. So very good sets for sure. I still haven't been tempted to buy them, but Steven buys them all the time, so we actually have a big collection. But anyway, we got Harry Potter news. Want to talk about the brick?
Let's do it. Let's
The
talk
magic
about the new
brick?
brick.
Look at that.
This is exciting.
They made it bigger to fit all the sounds inside. It's gonna have more sounds, so they had to make it a little bigger. I think 30 sounds is what I've heard.
Yep.
30,
Wow.
30 phrases.
That's like a whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could push that a lot of times and get a different sound every time before you cycle back through.
Gryffindor.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. I don't think I could come up with 30 things that the Sorting Hat says. I don't think he has 30 lines in the whole
No.
dang movie franchise.
So did they just pull the phrase from the movie, or did they get the actor for the
Oh.
Sorting Hat to come in?
Or is it an
and-
impersonator?
I
Yeah.
don't know. They could
Yeah.
probably just pull it from the movie.
Can you hack the sound brick to like upload your own audio files, and then that makes it official?
If you're
sounds?
smart, sure. The fact that this is lavender and purple tells me it's definitely going to be used for other things.
Yeah.
I could see this being used in a lot of Friends sets
Yes.
as doorbells or whatever else they want to do. I don't know.
Pop stars, show stage, sound
Yeah,
effects.
probably
Yeah.
some music.
Yeah.
Do you think it's battery powered, or it will have like a wired connector for the 9-volt?
Yeah, this is going to be battery.
So yeah, I'm guessing it's not 9-volt. It's not gonna be plug-in. But does it have a battery inside of itself, like some of the more disposable sound bricks, or does
I'm
it?
sure there's a screw on the bottom you'll be able to take off
Yeah.
to
darker
replace the
purple plate.
battery.
If that's a non-replaceable battery, that would be an absolute bummer. Cause
Well, the fact that it's got a top half and a bottom half usually means that it's probably two halves of a shell. that
maybe a
come
watch
apart.
battery in there somewhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the older sound bricks were cool being in light gray and dark gray typically, and they had sort of an interesting texture on the side. You can actually use them for some pretty cool designs in the sides of Star Wars and sci-fi mocks and things. This one is not really going to be useful for any of that, so purely going to be used as a sound brick.
Yeah.
Not really any aesthetic function going on here.
I am excited for people to program sounds like you were saying, Corey, because
yeah.
you could have some real fun with that. We'll see.
Well, if it connects with Powered Up or something, maybe there's stuff you could link it with your phone on. I don't
I
know.
could see Star Wars fans putting in ship sounds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be
Blaster.
pretty cool.
I mean, gosh, I mean, now that I think about it, it would make a lot of sense if they made this connectable with Powered Up or your phone, because then they could produce one sound brick for everything, and then you would just
Download the app.
different. You would go in the Powered Up app and select which set you would have, and it could just communicate and do whatever sound.
And we
Then
need a
Lego
whole
doesn't.
Bluetooth setup, and
You would, but you wouldn't have to make different chips for
you're
all
right.
those
It'd be
different ones.
interchangeable.
Yeah.
Like
I
on
think.
Bricklink, you've got the sound bricks, and they're all listed by the sound. That they
Doesn't
make.
the hub already make sounds though? Because I remember the Disney train when we tested it.
It's true, and the
Yeah.
piano.
Yeah.
I think the sound's played from your phone.
You sure? Okay, maybe it is.
I
yeah.
don't know.
I
Somebody
think
let
he's
us know
right.
in the comments.
Okay.
When I
think the sounds on
watch
those
my
are
train
probably-
go in circles all night, I went and I play the train sound.
All night.
I think it comes out of my phone and
in the
iPad.
dark, up in your cave,
My train just
In your
watches-
attic.
wearing your conductor's hat.
Yeah.
Woo 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 woo.
Oh, Corey, we gotta get you out more. We'll do that. Okay.
You need like a camera that you wear on your head, like a 360.
Oh,
Yeah, like looking at your
And
eyes.
I
Yeah.
upload the stuff
Oh,
to
this is a
YouTube.
real treat.
Oh
I
my
thought they was in a
goodness.
Lego promotional video.
That was so
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
Train guys
okay,
in the official
Okay.
Lego commercial.
So what Daniel's referencing is what is the guy's name on his handle?
Train guy.
Train guy?
Train
No,
guy.
no, he has a real name.
Yeah, there's a guy who reviews trains, and especially the weird ones, he loves it, and he has such a fun reaction to everything. He has a camera that looks directly at his eyes, at such a weird angle.
Francis Bourgeois.
That's it. And he was in a Lego promotional
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
for the Orient Express, which is really cool.
Yeah, they were filming the Orient Express and just interviewing the Lego set creators, and then we had Francis Bourgeois show up and start talking about it. I'm like, is that the guy from
That's the
TikTok?
train guy, yeah, the TikTok train guy. It's funny. Anyway,
Oh, goodness.
side note, that's definitely worth exploring because it's hilarious. I've seen that video multiple times. It's amazing. So, all right, back to Harry Potter.
Yes, yeah. All we got through was the sound break.
We got some
Quite
brickheads
the
here.
tangent. Yeah, these came out just this morning. This is fantastic. I love the Dementor.
Yes.
That's
He's
pretty
floating.
cool. Yep,
That's really
floating, and he's got one of those like turntable pieces for the mouth.
He's got a mouth.
Yep, the Patronus Stag, also fantastic. Kind of an homage to that full-size set that we got. The other figs have some interesting things going on. Harry has like a blood stain on his shirt. I think. I don't think it's just mud.
It looks like it's reddish brown, but it's supposed to be blood, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't remember if he had a bloody nose in that one. Harry Potter's always bleeding. It's probably blood.
That's like the third or fourth reference to blood in the Lego universe, if it is blood.
Yeah.
Some people
It's
were
rare.
talking about that on Reddit recently. Somebody had posted a picture of the Samuel L. Jackson character in Jurassic Park.
He's
How
got
in the
some
big
blood on his
gates,
face.
no, in the big gate set, it was like his severed arm, like sticking through the cage, and so somebody was asking like how many references to blood has there really been throughout Lego, and there's a very small number. You
Less
probably
than 10.
yeah, certainly less than 10
Yeah.
references to blood. So
That's kind of like on the same list as like no religious buildings, no military vehicles, no
Yeah.
blood. That's like the third thing that you're not supposed to do as a Lego
Pretty
designer, Lego
typically,
set
yeah.
creator. So it's interesting.
I don't
Maybe it's
know.
just
I'd
a
have to-
stitched
Yeah.
hole on his shirt.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
mud.
They, they just as easily could have done him in the blue shirt, and it would have been from earlier on in the movie before he got that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hermione seems to have the one ring as well, which is interesting.
Yeah. And then you got the prisoner Sirius Black, which is great.
That's
in his,
cool.
In his Azkaban outfit.
Yeah.
I did my waiting. 12 years of it.
What movie is this from? The dude from Azkaban? You said he's a prisoner?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's
Oh, I was thinking Goblet of Fire. Okay.
we're getting confused here. I don't even know the movies well enough to know the title.
Fun fact, Prisoner of Azkaban is the only Harry Potter movie where they don't say the name of the movie in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
They
That's my
can't say
favorite
roll
part.
credits? Yeah,
That's my
interesting.
favorite part of the movie.
All the other ones they say, you know, what the
The Goblet of Fire, whatever.
right.
Yeah.
They're all things that are referenced in it.
Interesting. Well, good to know. One other Harry Potter set. This is a little like less amazing. Is the Draco in the
Yeah,
Forbidden Forest. So yeah, it's got an owl, and the only thing that's like redeeming quality here is I think that
plant pieces
the dark blue plant pieces I think are new in that size and color.
in the smaller size.
I believe so
could be.
because they had the larger ones in Stranger Things.
You're right. You're right.
But I
It
don't
was
know
the
if they
big
had the
and
smaller
dark blue
ones.
and the small and dark brown. in
Yes.
Stranger Things, you're
So
right.
I think that's new. I could be wrong, but I believe that that's the first time I've seen that in a set. So and it's also a very affordable set, so that's nice.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you're paying $5 for a poly bag to get 2 plant pieces, it's not. A
I've
good
done
Deal.
I've done worse, Daniel. It's okay.
Not a good deal.
Morgan says it was the time turner, not the One Ring.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, but that's silly. They have a printed part for that.
Mhm.
They do?
Yeah, they have a printed 1x1 tile. I mean, maybe it
They
was
probably threw away
in
that
a
mold
set
machine.
a year ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah. And Pink Wheels also says purple leaves, so maybe that's a new color as well
The
too.
purple
So
small 3 leaves.
Yeah.
That could be.
they might just be like, well, we're gonna add to our part catalog purple
a
and
more-
dark blue in this tiny ball of it.
That is not a super obscure color, so
Yeah.
I could believe it.
I could
Well, if
see
they
that.
do it for this, then we might see it on the Pick-a-Brick wall. I've seen that where they introduce a new piece
Yeah.
in a small, obscure set, and then you just get buckets of it online.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well,
Exactly.
I think for bricks and pieces, I think the average
Or
that
pick
most
and
people
build,
say, or
yeah.
sorry, I think most people say it's about 4 months from the time that a set comes out that a specific part like that will typically come out on bricks and pieces.
Mhm.
So if you're patient, you know, you'll be able to get them.
Wait. The one Fabuland set with the blood? What are we talking about, Judge? I don't remember that.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then blood or mud? You control the actions. Is maybe
Yeah. Choose your own adventure.
I love
Flip
it.
to page 43.
Yeah.
That man has fallen into the river.
Yeah.
They say Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire in the film. Yeah.
No, okay, just the sub tagline.
They don't say the Prisoner of Azkaban in
Yeah.
the Prisoner of Azkaban
Correct.
movie, right? Okay, that's good to know.
Nexus says, does anybody know Harry Potter at Atlanta Brick Co?
Yeah, me and Austin
Yeah.
pretty much.
I've watched it. They had a wand pointing contest to see who could point their wand harder.
Yeah, they did.
One was green, one was red,
They
right?
did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
And a lot
that.
of shaving cream came out.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. All right. Let's.
That's like Star Wars.
That's Star Wars. Okay, moving on. Well, speaking of Star Wars, actually, we've got a couple good Star Wars
struggled
sets.
With that growing up, that the green was the bad guys and the red was the good
But
guys.
Star Wars was the opposite.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. They're flipping the script on us here.
Voldemort's not the bad.
Yeah, but thankfully these Star Wars sets actually seem pretty cool. I like the is that Fives? That's the
Correct.
character.
Fives is
Yeah.
the bonus minifigure for
Mhm.
this one.
How does that fit in?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. They are on pretty much the same stands that they did for the 25th anniversary, which is interesting. We had gotten that printed plate modified a while back, but they are including the arch pieces as well. So you could line these up next to your 25th anniversary figs as well, and they should kind of blend in like that. You know, as always with Star Wars, there's differing opinions on how it's been executed. I think this is a pretty nice bonus figure considering the size of the set.
I love to make fun of the new Star Wars sets, but these are pretty good. I can't really say anything against them.
This hallway scene is one that I think is long overdue. It's a little bit of a higher price threshold than I think a lot of people would like at $55 for this compared to, you know, the Dark Trooper Battle Pack, which was I'm sure these will be at Costco. The Dark Trooper Battle Pack was, I think, 30 or 35. So
it had a few less figures, though.
This one has a lot more figs. So you're getting the bonus fig, which includes, you know, a cloth pauldron and a lot of printing, which is great. But, you know, you're also getting 2 Rebel Troopers, a new Captain Antilles, which is great. We've gotten 2 of him before, but they've both been in huge Tantive sets. 2 Stormtroopers and a Darth Vader.
Well, this has more pieces, too. Thicker pieces, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a thicker landscape. It's a thicker wall. There's a lot more going on
it's
texturally.
Definitely more substantial.
Yeah.
You could take this and add it into a mock layout, whereas the other set was kind of like,
a little
rinky-dinky.
Yeah, chintzy, flimsy. So
it does look like there's going to be connection points to link multiple of them, so you can make your scene bigger. It seems like there's a lot of action features of some sort on the side. It's not super clear what they do. They may just kind of.
I think there's like a little
back.
it shoots the stormtrooper forward. I think like there's an explosion or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting stuff.
Number of good stickers. The one on the door at the end of the hallway I think is really good. And what's also cool is like when it's closed, it's just a white door, but when you open it, you get this sort of jagged red edge on it, like it's been cut open with a lightsaber.
Yeah, blown open. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Ben Cassie says this is just a Dark Trooper Battle Pack with the lights turned on.
With night mode turned off. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Perfectly balanced.
Yeah. Monty Raj is here. Good to see you, Monty Raj. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, new packaging is also really nice, Ben. I like this kind of silver color scheme that they've gone with it. It's definitely different. It definitely stands out as sort of a much lighter color than we usually see from Star Wars.
It's like they took all the super battle droids and melted them down and put them on the box.
it's Beskar.
Yeah, exactly. That's
that
it.
box will look great when I tear it open and throw it away.
Burn it and stomp on it, and
Oh my goodness! All right, there's
nice.
another set that has a cool minifig in it. Let's see. Here it is. This is R2D2, the third buildable version that we've gotten.
Yeah, right, but smaller, much smaller than the other ones. But it works fine. Again, you know, the parts catalog is ever growing, and they're able to do more and more things at a smaller scale with a high amount of detail, which I think is great. I think this works. So
this is better than the bigger one, I think. The
Yeah.
other one was just too big.
Yeah.
Well, and they've kind of gone to a sort of more standard Lowell sphere for the head, whereas the last one they were doing sculpted brick, but they were doing like curved slopes and slopes across the top. And
they were trying to tile it off versus just having studs exposed, and the studs exposed does work better at smaller scales like this.
This is embracing the Lego-ness of it a little better, I think.
And who does it come with? I can't quite see.
It's got what's his name?
Darth Malik is this one.
I almost said Malin Garrick, but that's a different character.
Not that one, no. This is another fantastic one out of left field. This is a character we probably never would have seen otherwise, so this is the kind of perfect way to get him included. Surprising, we're getting a brand new mold for his neck thing.
Yes, his mouth guard,
and a cloth cape as well for him is great. So they've spared almost no expense on these side figs for the 25th anniversary. I think in time people are going to be really happy that we got these at all.
Absolutely. I mean, they could do this with pretty much every set and still have thousands of characters they haven't covered. You know,
yes.
so it's
absolutely
makes sense. This is from the Old Republic, right? Does anyone know about that?
The old
computer
game?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. He's not from like the normal Star Wars movies. I know that.
Yeah,
or Clone Wars. So
he's much older than.
I think he's from Old Republic, but I could be wrong.
I'm not an expert, but I know a lot of Star Wars, and I don't recognize him.
Yeah, there you go.
Probably Old Republic.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a donation in the chat. Garrett Mason donated $5. Thank you so much, Garrett. We really appreciate that. Says, bringing in my collection to the store. I'll be there in less than an hour. Can't wait to meet you, Mark.
Hey, thanks, Garrett.
Looking forward to seeing you, Garrett.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be here. Happy to say hi. Yeah, for sure. But if anyone knows whether that's not a canon character, Old Republic, yes. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. I was thinking that was the case because I'm like, yeah, that's interesting. So.
Launchpad canon. Yeah, that's how I feel about Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and the MIDI scale ships, I think, is what people
MIDI
are
scale!
very excited about.
I'm excited.
Okay, well, let's start with.
Well, actually, so we have an official name for it now. They're calling it the Starship series, I think is the new branding for
What is it on there?
Whereas on the old ones, they actually called it MIDI scale on the box.
This is why the
Starship
Nebula
Collection.
ones-
Starship Collection.
Starship
sorry.
Collection.
I think we had Helmet Collection and now Starship Collection.
So these being released is why the Nebulon B frigate is like going up in price.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
it already was. I mean, it was supposed to be a Comic-Con exclusive. Then they were selling it on Lego.com for $40. I was lucky enough to get one or two. And then, like, within a year, it had gotten up to about $110, $120. And I went ahead and sold it, not knowing that MIDI scale was making a comeback. So we'll see what it does from here on out. It's probably just going to go up more and more. I mean, you think about the TIE Bomber, or not TIE Bomber, the TIE Fighter pilot helmet, which was a regularly retail available set, but was one of the earliest helmets to come out. I think it was Target exclusive, which is why it's harder than the other ones to get. And now it's 200, close to 300 maybe.
It's outrageous.
dollars.
I've seen
So
it for $450.
this Nebulon B frigate, as hard as it was to get, could be $500 in a couple years.
But it's like the classic Market Street modular. Nobody wanted it because it was the first one in the series.
Yep.
And then once they kept going with the series, everyone was like, "Oh wait, no, I gotta go get that
The
one too."
completionists,
But nobody
yeah.
ever bought it.
Anytime something becomes I mean, it was already desirable because it was such a weird one-off and had that Comic-Con box art. But now, if people are considering it, as the canon first return of MIDI scale, that's insane.
Yeah.
And it's not like it was somewhere in the middle. I mean, that was the first one, and then we got just the Executor Star Destroyer, and now we're off to the races.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think there has been as big a price jump for the old MIDI scale stuff that's slightly bigger than these. Because you had the Star Destroyer, right? And
It
the
was the
Millennium
regular
Falcon.
Star Destroyer
Yeah.
and the Falcon, yeah.
But those haven't gone up the same way as the
No.
Comic-Con one. So interesting. But Tantive looking great, fantastic scale. This works. This is a very detailed chip that I thought would be really challenging, but it seems to have been no problem for them at all. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's a big engine. It's
Yeah.
one giant engine. No, it looks great. I think this is a great scale. The parts and ratios, I think, work pretty well for this. Some people are saying some things look off a little bit with some of them. I think the Falcon maybe mostly, but I think they're great overall. I think they're going to look great as a series on a shelf.
Well, let's talk about the Falcon next because that's the one over here. So it looks pretty good. Maybe some of the scale is a little wonky, like you were saying, but
it's smaller and kind of chunkier than the old one. It's almost like microfighter proportions, I think, is what some people have kind of criticized it as looking as.
You could just pull that angled 4x2 wedge back a stud or two, and it'll look proportional, I think.
Yeah, that kind of inset area in the front, right?
The fins on the front look a little too short.
Yeah.
I think.
Just extend them a stud, and it'll look a lot closer.
Yeah, you might be able to make some modifications, but the level of detail at this scale is insane. I mean, from a distance, if you squint, I mean, this looks like a playset one.
Yeah, looks like a $100 set.
What if it's the angle the photo's taken at, too?
Could be.
It could be. It could be.
A little bit of
We
an
should always
illusion.
reserve judgment until we see some more.
Based on that, you're also looking at the box art behind it. That kind of doesn't look any better to me. So I don't know.
I think it's the same angle.
Yeah. I think that this is a good set, though. What price point are these guys going to be at here?
Oh gosh, they
Do we have
are
those,
on
or?
Lego.com for pre-order, and I already put them in my cart, so I can tell you pretty quickly. The Falcon is the most expensive of this batch at $85.
Oh wow, okay.
The Tantive is $80. And then the last one we're going to talk about, the Invisible Hand, is actually very affordable at $50.
There you go.
Quite
I
a
can
step
see
down.
it right there. It's not
It
invisible.
is.
Yeah.
This one is a lot skinnier, smaller, lower piece count, so it makes sense that it's lower. But it's nice that the prequel one is not getting gouged on price as a consequence.
Yeah. It's not the same as the Falcon, despite being half the pieces. Yeah. So.
Another notable thing we've seen is on the Falcon, they did include some sort of 3-stud character Easter eggs on the inside, sort of like how they did with the Star Destroyer, having all the bounty hunters.
The 1x1 tiles stacked.
Yeah, just stacked plates.
Yeah.
So it was, it's Han, Chewbacca, Leia, Luke, R2, C-3PO, I think, are all in the
It's a fun
Falcon.
inclusion. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. I looking at this picture, I can see the stand that they're going on, and it looks really good. Is that the same as the Executor stand?
I believe it's even the same as the Nebulon. I'd have to consult mine again at home, take another look at it. The anniversary brick is on 2 studs, so that's why we're getting the bonus grill tile that's on the front of the Star Wars plaque. That's not in some of the other ones, but it's so that you have that grill tile if you want to take the anniversary brick off. you can put the grill tile there to give it that kind
that's
of cleaner look.
All the same looking instead of
Yeah.
having a special brick.
I think this is the best one of the three. It's got the most gray blob shaped looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these aren't going to be for everyone, but I know that Star Wars fans are
The
excited.
stripes on
Well,
it was always cool.
this-
It makes
this
it seem
is-
piratey.
I think there's only one other set that's been a reference to like the CIS ships in
Mhm.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other ship?
No, not really. Not even like
apart
landing
from,
craft.
not
Yeah.
apart from like Grievous's starfighter and stuff like that.
Well, the Malevolence, right? That's one.
they did the
that was
Malevolence
it.
play
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
But-
Like Starship, not like
Yeah. I can't.
tank. I don't think there is
think of
another
any.
reference to a ship, so some people
They've
were
never done
excited
a-
for
like a
this for that
Lucrehulk.
reason.
Yeah, I mean, the droids are underrepresented in Star Wars, so yeah, it's good to see that.
Yep.
But I think that's all the Star Wars pictures we have. Is there any other Star Wars news before we move on to Ninjago or something else?
Well, so yeah, that invisible hand one is confirmed that it can be separated in half. It's
Mhm.
using sort of a clip and bar thing, very similar to the way that they did the Blacktron cruiser gift
Yep.
with purchase if you built that one. So you can separate it so that you can fly half a
You
ship.
crash land
Fly
it.
half
Yeah.
a ship.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
Kind of, yeah.
We had rumors early on that there might be ships in the hangars too. I don't think we've seen any pictures of it, but you can see the sort of blue force field thing
Yeah,
on
the-
the side. So it is possible that there could be something going on in there. If you remove something, there might be, again, just like a dark red and a yellow stud or something for
Yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun. All right, got a couple of little tiny news to show off before Ninjago, but we got this carousel ride. It looks like I think it was somebody said it was $25 or something like a.
I didn't even see a price for
Anyway,
this.
um,
Looks, again, like a gift with purchase.
this
to me.
looks just like it fits within the Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year sets. So.
It does. There's nothing really saying it explicitly because I was looking for that, but apart from the sort of gold handrail piece there at the front,
Mhm.
there's nothing really inherently Chinese New Year about it, but it definitely fits with it for sure.
Yeah, interesting little set. We'll
Unless
find
this
it more
is
soon.
like the year of the swan or something. And I don't know. I don't.
Year of the small boat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, moving on. We didn't talk about this last week, right?
Oh
Or did we?
yeah,
I thought this was a joke.
I think this
Yeah.
came out
I thought it
after
was a
last
prank.
week.
This might be something new we have to talk about. We're gonna go ahead and discuss it.
I think I just forgot to write it down.
Only in theaters October 11th. This is Pharrell Williams, right?
Correct.
Who the heck is Pharrell Williams and why is he a Lego
He sang
minifig?
"Happy," the Happy song.
Yeah, he's saying the
Good
one
idea.
happy song. What else?
Well,
is
he's an artist.
Okay,
He's-
great. I don't listen to enough music, I guess. But
I get
what is? Does anyone know what this is?
I have no idea. I don't know what this
I wish I could help
collaboration
out.
about.
Yeah. Okay. I think he's like making a movie and has Lego incorporated in it somehow. He's got the
I don't think
Minecraft
it's an
skin.
official movie.
Yeah.
I think it's like a little documentary about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be released on some streaming platform.
Mhm. Well, it says theaters on the
Does it?
poster, so it might be a
Really?
documentary released in theaters. Maybe not like worldwide, but
But
yeah.
he's not just using Lego on his movie posters like artistic choice for the poster. Like the Lego logo's in the corner. Like this is an official partnership. So I don't know if the whole movie is going to be in Lego.
He's using Lego to tell the story about his life. It's a movie about his life, Ben Kasi says.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Now, as soon as I saw this, I had this memory come up in my head that I was like, I vaguely remember us talking about that there was a new rumor for a new Lego movie coming soon, maybe 2024, and we were all speculating about what it could be, and it was in partnership with whoever was it, Focus Entertainment,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers or something, and Lego, and
If this
we
is
were
a
all
movie,
like,
that's a
"Oh,
bit of a
great, new
letdown.
Lego movie." If this is what was causing that rumor,
I
this
think it
is.
is.
Well,
Unfortunate.
shucks. Yeah, all right.
Unfortunate.
Well, good for Pharrell Williams. We'll have to check it out and see if it's a good movie or documentary,
Yeah.
docudrama. I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
we'll find out. And we talked about Monkey Palace, right? Did
No,
we?
I don't think we did.
Okay, we need to talk
I
about
forgot
Monkey
about
Palace.
that.
We've got the Lego City Monkey moving a wheelbarrow full of clay. Anyway, Monkey Palace coming soon, building board games together. I think it's going to be a physical
Yeah.
board game.
That's cool.
I'm glad to see that return.
Yeah, so Asmodee, I guess, is a board game company, and Monkey Palace is the name of the board game that
Yeah.
they're making.
We'll find out.
So-
Anyway, I'm all about this,
I know
especially if
everyone
it's.
was eager to get Lego board games back.
I
They're
was
so
also-
popular.
I was hoping they make a Settlers of Catan Lego board game.
Oh my gosh!
Crossover. I would buy
Ah.
that in a heartbeat. And people have done
And
that
plenty of
before online.
idea submissions.
Yeah, I think it's had like 5 or 6 successful Lego Ideas submissions go through, and it still has
I
not
just
been.
probably can't get through with the IP owners of this.
I think Settlers of Catan is not like in any hurry to do anything besides their board game, which is probably selling fine. So yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, Ninjago.
Hang on, we have one more Star Wars thing I forgot about.
Okay.
We did have, there were some teasers that were leaked somewhere that were sort of silhouettes of other things that are supposedly going to be coming as part of the Star Wars 25th anniversary.
Yes.
So one of them, this is clearly a Sith infiltrator, so we're getting a first look at that, and this is likely a young Anakin, and maybe, I mean, it looks kind of like a Qui-Gon.
That looks like Qui-Gon to me, yeah.
I think. He's
With the
got
poncho.
The hair kind of coming forward, which would be nice to see that part make a comeback. So we got that teased, and then the other one is just a silhouette of a minifigure, which if you look at the silhouette, it kind of looks like a Finn outline, but the tag under it is Rebel with a Cause, which is a tagline which has been known to be used in association with the character Ezra from Star Wars Rebels, so that's what a lot of people are hoping for, leaning towards, that we'll get that figure that way. And the reason they probably didn't do it in the upcoming set is because that was sort of a secret grand reveal for the show, and maybe Lego figured they could keep an individual figure under wraps better than a whole set if that had leaked before that was revealed in the show.
That would have ruined the Star Wars.
It was a real big issue.
Yeah,
So.
that would have caused some problems for sure. But yeah, interesting. We got at least a Sith infiltrator here happening. So that's
just
cool.
a couple other light teasers, not very substantiated.
All right, let's get into some Ninjago for everybody here. Actually, let's check the comments real quick, make sure everything's doing cool.
Joey says it might be Saw Gerrera because he interacted with Ezra.
Okay, Joey.
I think it's Saw Gerrera. He interacted with Ezra. The hair matches him, not Ezra.
Don't you have work to do, Joey?
Yeah. Well, no, that's worth mentioning. I saw other people saying that too. So interesting.
I would love to see Saw Gerrera. I've seen a lot of cool customs of Saw Gerrera using like the Monster Fighter's mechanical leg, and then he's got like a hose coming around, and then they use like the clear like superhero jumper piece thing as like his breathing tube.
Yep.
There's some really fantastic purist custom versions.
But the minifigure silhouette didn't have like clear indications of the
it looked
prosthetics.
like a bog standard minifigure.
Yeah, so maybe it's a young Saw Gerrera if it is,
Maybe.
or it's Ezra because it's actually just referencing Ezra. We'll find out.
I don't know. We'll see.
Lots of speculation.
It's a rebel with a cause either way.
Yeah, exactly. Ninjago, Dragon's Rising. You got a poster for the TV show. Looks interesting. Very dramatic. The dragon is grown a little bit. He was a baby in the last season. Now he's like a rideable dragon. That's
he looks very menacing in this art, but I feel like the actual set is not. He's got more cartoony eyes.
He's still pretty small in this set, so pretty juniorized.
I hope this keeps going, because if we get a huge dragon, it means a lot of new sand blue parts.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the $150 giant dragon table size
sand blue battle pack.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be phenomenal. But this is an alright set. I do like these Wolf Warrior guys. I think the swords look cool.
Yep.
Ninjago weapons, new pieces.
And the set is
colors.
still young dragon Ryu.
Yeah.
So $16 for this one, not bad.
$16? That's pretty good.
$16 feels a little juniory to me, but I don't know.
They could have, rounded this up to 20 pretty easily and still sold it. But
16 is what I saw. It does seem cheap considering there's 3 minifigs in it. So I don't know. We'll see if that's right.
Well, Ninjago should be the bargain because if you think about it, it's juniorized and it's their own thing.
Just eye test though. It looks like it should be more like 20 or 25.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's accurate.
Another set in this line, we got this big, looks like a dune buggy. I don't know what the title of this is.
Aaron's off-road buggy.
There you go. There's the new villain down there fighting the baby version of the dragon too. Why is he back to baby size? So.
Yeah, I don't know. Guess there's not necessarily continuity between the waves of sets.
Maybe they gave him a growth potion midway through the season and it gets bigger.
Sword piece is cool.
Yes, the flaming looking sword.
Yet another dual molded sword that Star Wars does not get. So we'll just let that sit.
So yeah, it's amazing how incredibly detailed the Ninjago figures are, but they're like making excuses for why they can't give Captain Rex a cape or
dual molding is only
cape.
allowed for Lego IPs.
Yeah, it's so weird. What's not weird is this set. This is awesome. This is
one
cool.
Caught a lot of people off guard.
It's cool looking.
You get rid of the minifigs, and it's like one of those bonsai series sets, and you can put it on your desk.
It's a botanical with Ninjago figures sprinkled all over.
How did they get in there? I don't know.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
How many pieces is this? Do we know? It doesn't say on the box there.
I don't have a count on mine.
It might be on Lego.com at this point. We can go check. But it looks substantial.
This is the Dragonstone Shrine, and it's $120, which seems a little pricey for this one. But I mean, it's nice. It's, I think, a little more adult oriented. A little more sculptural, a little more well put together than
Yeah.
a playset.
Looks like a pretty high piece count too, though.
Yeah,
You
I'm
could
sure it's
easily
gonna
have
be dense.
1,200 pieces in that.
Exactly. So I'm liking the look of that. I think, like I've said this before, but Ninjago sets could lean towards more adult audiences and probably do very well because
Yeah.
all the Ninjago viewers of the past are now our age. So they're in their 20s. So it's, I think that makes total sense. So.
This has a feel about it to me, sort of similar to the Marvel Final Battle sets, just in the kind of target audience of it.
And the kind of rounded,
Yeah.
nice shapes. So.
Something you can put on a shelf and somebody goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's not a toy, that's a display."
Exactly. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of toys, we got the mech here. This is very much made for play, which, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's good. I got a little hang glider with another one of those cool swords.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kai's climbing mech is this one.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah. It's got
some
those
rock climbing.
grappling hooks in the back. There's some fun stuff going on here. Yeah. Ninjago sets have been looking pretty good the past few years, especially this. What is this called?
This is the
Moon
Wolf
Temple?
Mask Shadow Dojo.
Shadow Dojo. That's pretty cool.
This, notably, for a lot of people, is also $120. So same
Wow.
price
Interesting.
as the Dragonstone Shrine. So you can see kind of the disconnect. Joe's doing a party dance out there for Ninjago.
Is that what you call a dance?
I don't know.
I think he's twerking out there, which I'm glad we're
Anyway.
not filming him. So.
Anyway, so same price. So it's kind of an interesting comparison to see what you're getting for your money for both. This is clearly a lot bigger, but maybe more sprawling, chunky pieces.
This also has a lot of figures too. So.
It does have a lot of figures, and I
One,
think
two,
the
three,
theming
four,
is cool. I
five,
mean, we got a
six,
ton of plant parts in this one. You got dark blue and magenta, maybe dark pink, not sure. Big cool wolf head, and then like this spooky like blood moon thing over
Yeah.
the top. This is scary.
Garrett was very excited about this.
A lot of the price difference. You said the big chunky pieces in this one. The other set, the rock molding on that, that's one of the most expensive ways you can do rock molding. All the small rock
Exactly. It's
pieces
super intricate. This is
snotted
spread
on
out.
there. That's just like, all right, here's a rock piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Typical playset design language.
still looking really good though. So
Mhm.
yeah, Ninjago is improving on me, I think,
Yeah.
because before the first few sets that we saw releasing this year
Ooh,
was
those
like
last couple waves.
there was a lot of like 4 and up sets, and they were not looking that good. So glad to see it kind of get some cool vibes as well. So.
Yeah.
One final bit of news before we round us out here is going to be the Lego house is added a new area activity. It's Build for Change. It's actually active right now, and it seems to be like you have digital media interaction. You're building stuff. It's going on the screen or adding to the story. You see evolution, like there's a hot air balloon, there's a biplane, there's a jet plane. It's science-based, I'm guessing.
I think Thiago Catarino, former Lego designer, I think he went there recently and tried it out. It seemed that they were giving you 4 prompts that are randomized. It was like an object, a color, maybe an action, and
That's
something
cool.
else, and you had to build something that fit those 4 prompts. So I don't remember what his was, but it was like, I think it was like blue vehicle, I don't know, communications or something. Anyway, he ended up building this like blue car with like a big satellite space laser thing kind of on the back. So
Do we know if this replaced another section of the Lego house?
yes, I don't know which one. One that has typically rotated out has been the last one on the second floor. For a while, you were like building bugs or something, or flowers.
The
or
flower
something.
area.
It could be that one that always swaps out, or it could have replaced another one. But I would guess that that one is typically designated to rotate out.
Yeah. So we're missing one of the activities that happened, but we're getting a new one. So
But that's the
good,
way
so.
it's meant to
So
be.
now
I
we
mean,
got to
they're
go back
always
before
doing
this
something fresh.
rotates out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we know to go after March this time.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Go when Legoland is open. Go when
The new set's
the
available.
new Lego Masa set is available.
Hey, now we know it's good.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
March seems to be the time. To
I
go
think
to
if we
Lego.
go with Rich, we'll have even more experience in that regard. So one of
I
our friends,
remember
Intense Bricks.
We were standing in the store and Daniel said, "Corey, that new Lego house set is probably 2 feet away from you on the other side of this wall."
It was probably right.
And
There was
they
a
just-
pallet full of those pirates behind that door.
And we
Yeah.
just couldn't go in there and get one.
You even talked to the employees about that, and they just
I
had
did.
a scared look on their face,
'Cause
like,
it had
"Oh."
only been rumored at that point, and I was like, I walked up to an employee and I was like, so, you know anything about this new pirate or when that's gonna be coming out? And she's like, oh, I don't know.
And like
Yeah.
4 days later, 4 days
Yeah,
after
literally.
we get home, oh, it's for sale.
yeah. Literally, when you
shelf.
arrive back, it was that was
because
funny.
they reveal it at the same time that it's available.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah,
Well,
that's frustrating.
hopefully we have better luck in the future. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Oh, a couple comments here. Olive green greebling for the moss is so well
Yep.
done. Yeah. Lego is on fire these days. Solid mech though. So when are we all going? Yeah, exactly. We got to make a big trip to the homeland of Lego one day.
Yeah.
So, Blue Coat's room. No, T-Bogger, I think that was not Blue Coat specifically. Although I'm sure Malister would figure out a way to make it Blue Coats. But yeah, that's about all we have time for today. Thank you so much.
Wait, there's one more.
One more?
Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, it's good.
We have just the official rumor for the Jaws idea set will be August 1st for 1,497 pieces.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good sizable set.
Do you
And
think it's gonna be the shark hanging from like the wooden structure?
Yeah, I don't know
how
they'll
much
do it.
blood will be in the set?
Oh.
Yeah. And how many canisters of explosive gas?
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, this is a more adult skewing film. This will be
Yeah.
interesting.
I
So.
can picture a little boat in the water with the shark head sticking out of the water.
Yeah.
I would hope we would get the whole shark, but I feel like it's more likely that we'll get water and a shark head in the boat, like kind of up on an angle.
Yeah. We'll see. We can speculate a lot, but we'll see. So at least it's coming out pretty soon. That's
Yeah.
good. It's not going to be
Well,
another.
I don't know. August. That's
Hey, that's
7-8 months.
a lot
away.
of stuff's been pushed to 2025. I'm glad something's coming out this
Yeah,
year. So
fair.
anyway, that's about all we have time for
That's
today.
all we got.
Thank you guys for your opinions and hot takes,
Yeah,
and thank you all for watching. We really appreciate you joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Please do.
Helps this video reach so many more people. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
See ya.
See ya.